Hi guys, welcome to the Wellness Collective's free yoga on Saturday. My name is Sam and I'm the yoga instructor there. On this lovely rainy Saturday, we're going to be going through a heart chakra opening flow inspired by Mother's Day being tomorrow. When I think of my mom and when I think of mothers in general and becoming a mother now, the biggest thing that comes to mind is just unconditional love and that loving you no matter what, believing in you no matter what, seeing the good in you no matter what. And, a lot of times we often need to do that for ourselves more than we do. And that's where our heart chakra comes in. And the heart chakra is all about love and connection and relationships and building that within yourself. And so the more open we can be within ourselves, the more open we can be with our relationships outside of ourselves. And that starts with the heart. So today we're just going to be going through a nice, slow, heart opening flow. And I'm going to be doing some modifications. I'm getting bigger again. And if you can always do the full expression of the pose or you can modify it more, I'll always offer more modifications. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. But with that, we'll make our way over to our mat. And it's cold, so it's just a sweatshirt. But we're going to just get started in a kneeling position. So if that's comfortable for you to sit back on your kneel. You can also, if you have a towel or a pillow or anything, you can roll that up and put it in between your legs just to help the knees a little bit. The only other thing that and I'll be using today, sorry, is just a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a towel, a blanket, a shirt. Honestly, anything that you can just grab with both hands is good. As long as we're just settle in just by taking a few deep breaths. Just start to slowly settle into your body. Your chest lifted, your spine straight. Inhale, raise your arms up, and exhale, your hands down with your heart center. Feeling your intention to connect with your heart, open up your heart chakra more. Connect with yourself, appreciate your mother figure, whoever that may be. Give yourself that unconditional love that everybody deserves. And inhale your arms up one more time. Just interlace your hands, stretch them up, stretching your shoulders. Start to lean over to the left a little bit. Just stretching that side body. Breath here. Your next exhale, bring your right hand down to your left knee, your left hand behind you, and just twist, looking over your left shoulder, your spine straight, and your chest lifted. And just taking nice, slow, deep breaths. Inhale, back to center, interlace your hands again. And this time, just stretch over to the right, stretching that left side body. Your next exhale, bring your left hand down to your right knee, your right hand behind you, looking over your right shoulder. Starting to get a little twist in your spine. And inhale back through center. Now interlace your hands behind your back. Reach your fist towards the bottom, towards your mat, lifting your chest up, lifting your head back. And on the exhale, bring those fists over to your right hip. Stretch your head over to your left side, stretching your neck out a little bit. Feels good, you can roll it down. Right. Kind of go back and forth, or you can stay, just press down to the left if that feels better for you. And inhale your fist back down, lifting your chest up. Exhale, bring your fist over to the left hip, bring your head over to your right shoulder. And down your chest. Over to the left. Keep your hands back down center, reaching for your mat, head up. And as you exhale, just slowly start to lean forward. Squeezing your fist towards the ceiling. Coming into a child pose variation. Just stretching those shoulders out a bit. Lifting your knees up. See if you can reach your fist towards your mat a little bit more, just stretching the back of your neck. At the same time, you just want to tuck your toes. As we inhale, coming back to this toe press. So we're just stretching our toes out now a little bit with our hips back on our heels. Reaching the fist down. And bring your left hand down to the mat. Reach your right arm up and over as you push your hips over to the right. Bring your right hand down, push it over to the left. Your left hand up, side stretch. Back center. You can release your toes now if you want. And if you have a strap or a towel or something, you want to bring it so your fists are about shoulder width distance apart, out in front of you. And just stretch it behind you. And bring it forward. And inhale, 9. Exhale, forward. And just release those down. Put it down. Okay, sorry about that. I'm going to come over into a tabletop position. So our shoulders over our wrists, our hips over our knees. We're just going to go through some cat cows. Just waking that spine up a little bit more. Inhale, lifting the chest up, hips back, your navel to the mat. And exhale, round your shoulders, your spine. And feel free to put however much movement or little movement you want. Really waking your spine up, core. Coming back to neutral. We're going to inhale, put that left leg out straight behind you. If that feels good, you can just put the leg or inhale that right arm out in front of you. Just take a couple breaths here. And bend that left knee. Reach your right arm around, grabbing for that left ankle. Really push the foot up towards the ceiling. Just stretching your chest up, leg back bend, that leg stretched. And exhale, release back to your bird dog. Then bring it over to the side. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle through, bring your right shoulder down to your mat. You need to leave your left fingertips there. You can walk them over to the right corner of your mat. A few breaths here. My dog really doesn't like the rain in the wind. Please go up. Come here. One second. One second. Go lay down. Okay. And release back up. Now turning your onto the heel of that left foot, so our left foot is facing up now. That right arm up. Just stretch over, reaching for those left toes in our gate pose. Keeping our body, our hips are open. We're really stretching that right side body and that left hamstring. Doing it up and over, looking up at your right fingertips. And release back down, coming back into our tabletop position. And we're going to inhale, bring that right leg out and that left arm out. Taking a few breaths here. Bending that right knee, grabbing onto that right ankle. Slowly push that up towards the ceiling. Couple more breaths here. As you inhale, feel the expansion through your chest, your abdomen. And release. Bring that right leg over to the side. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle through, bringing your left shoulder down to the mat. You're walking those right fingertips over to the left corner. And inhale back up. And turn and flex that right foot. That left arm up. Reach it over towards the right foot. Really stretching that side body and that right hamstring. And exhale, coming back into our tabletop position. Now with our hips over our knees, slowly start to walk your hands down to the mat, bringing your chest to the mat, into our puppy dog pose. Really good for opening your shoulders, opening up the chest. You can always put a few pillows or a block underneath your chest for some extra support. Just one more breath here. Exhale. And inhale. And as you exhale, slowly push your hips back towards the heel. Open up your knees a little bit if that feels good. Come into a wide-legged child pose. When your forehead rests on the mat. And from here, we're going to inhale, round through our shoulders, and bring your hips down to cobra. And push back, child pose. And again, round, down to the mat, looking up, and pushing back to our child's pose. It's just a cobra dance. And around through our shoulders, down, looking up, and push back. Then round through the shoulders. Getting that flow, that fluid going in your spine, rounding. Push it back. And one more time, just round. Pulling your hips down, coming into your cobra position. Your elbows can be bent, your side, your thighs are staying on the mat. And my legs open a little bit wider. We have them hip distance apart if that feels good. Just breathe here. I'm going to turn and look over your left shoulder, getting a little bit of stretch in that lower spine, that lower back. And back to center, looking over the right shoulder. And back to center. And we're going to tuck our toes. And you can either come through your knees and push up, or you can just lift your hips right up into your down dog. And just start to walk your dog out a little bit. First one of the day. Bend one leg and the other. And if you can, bring both heels down to the mat, spreading your fingers wide, head, pressing into all whole palm, all fingertips, your pinky, your big thumb finger. Broadening your shoulders, they're wrapping around your cage. Spine is straight. Bringing your sternum towards the mat. Your hips are lifted. 2 breaths here. Next exhale, just slowly start to walk your feet towards your hands, coming into our forward fold. And then from here, we're going to lift up. Reach your arms up overhead. Bring your palms to touch. Do a slight back bend. And release. Now bring your feet about hip distance, a little bit more than hip distance. That feels good for you. Apart. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale your chest up. And exhale, fold over, bending from your waist. It feels good to have a little bend in your knee. Totally do that. And bring your chest towards your thighs, reaching your fist towards your mat. And release down. Grabbing opposite elbow, coming into our ragdoll, just let gravity kind of let your body hang. Going from side to side. Or if you find peace in the stillness, just let your body hang. And release your hands slowly. Start to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Like I'm standing. And inhale your arms up, palms touch. And as you exhale, open your arms 90 degree into cactus, lifting your chest up towards the sky. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, open up to cactus arms. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, bend your elbows and just follow that down, all the way down to the back, into a forward fold again. Here we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, either step or jump out to your plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Again, pushing the mat away with your fingers and feet. Inhaling that right leg up. Bending your right knee and stacking the hips. Just opening the hip bit. If it feels good, you can stay here. If you want a little bit more, we can flip our dog. Coming over into our wild thing. Bring that right foot down to the mat. Pushing your hips up, looking over your right fingertips. And coming back over, back into a three-legged dog. And step it through between our hands. Lifting up into our warrior one, step back foot. Coming down at a 35 or 40-degree angle. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Our right knee is over our right ankle. Inhale, our arms overhead, touch. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, fold down, bring that right shoulder to the inside of the right knee, reaching the fist towards the ceiling. Taking a couple breaths here. Just try and bring that right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Inhale, lifting yourself back up. And straighten that front leg. Exhale. Reach the fist towards the mat again. And exhale, fold forward into a pyramid variation. If you want, you can release your hands, give you a little extra balance, extra support. You can adjust that back foot a little bit if that feels better too. Or just folding from the waist over our right leg. Leaving that left palm on the mat. Inhale, reach your right arm up for a slight twist. And just getting a little stretch in the outside of your right leg. Taking a couple breaths here. And release back down. Now pivot your foot so you're just coming onto the ball of that left foot that's facing the same way as the right foot. And bend into that right knee a little bit more. Lift up into your high lunge pose. And from here, we're just going to lower that left knee down, bring our hands together, and come back up, cactus arms. So inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale, and inhale as you come back up, and exhale. One more. And release that left leg all the way down to the ground. You can flip your toes, coming into our low lunge. Bending into that right knee, that left hip forward, that right hip back. And release your hands down. I'm going to slowly straighten that right leg up, coming into our half split. Keeping our spine straight and our chest lifted as you fold over that right leg with that right foot flexed. Just really focusing on your breath, feeling as each inhale expands your heart chakra a little bit more. Next inhale, bend into that right knee one more time, pushing that left hip forward. Inhale, slight back bend. One more time, straighten out that right leg again. Into our half split. And inhaling, coming forward, arms up. And as we exhale, bring that right hand towards the back of the mat, the left hand towards the front. Slight twist. Reaching that right hand down towards the left leg, the left arm up and over. Just taking a few breaths here. Feel your heart rise up towards the ceiling. And back to center. Bending that left foot now, grabbing onto that left ankle or the left foot. And bending a little bit more, getting a stretch in that left quad. Keeping your chest lifted this time. Your hips square, pushing that left hip forward, the right hip back. And release. Bring your hands bring the right foot. You'll toe that right foot over to the left side of the mat. The right knee fall over to the right side. That left leg out straight behind you in our half pigeon pose. Also put a block or a pillow underneath your right hip to give you a little bit extra support, make it a little bit easier. If you want to always bring that back leg, you can bend it so it comes in a little bit. You want to make sure your hips are square towards the front. There's lots of modifications for this. If you have any questions, always reach out. And just inhaling, lift your chest up. And exhaling, slowly just walk down, letting your body release over that right leg. And inhale yourself back up. Bending that back left knee. And just bringing that foot in closer towards your body. Keeping your hips square towards the front of your mat. Just getting a little back bend. You can reach that right arm up and over. And just step that right foot back. We're coming into, you can step back into a regular plank. I'm just modified plank. Then coming over into a side plank on your right hand. I'm doing a modified side plank, but if you want to do full side plank, you're more than welcome to. Inhale that left arm up and reach it over towards the mat. And back through center. And you can, if you're in your full plank, you can go back to your full plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, I'm going to come to my knees. You could just lift your hips. Touch your toes coming into your down dog again. I'm going to do the other side. Just take a breath here to settle into your down dog. Inhaling. And exhaling. And inhale that left leg up. And the knees, stack the hips. If you want to stay here, that's fine. Or if you want to bring that left foot down towards the mat. Flipping your dog, coming into wild thing. And back to center. I feel like a dog. Step it through between your hands. The back foot down at 35 to 45 degree angle. And lifting up. Sorry. To our warrior one. Taking that left knee over the left ankle. Your hips are square towards the top of your mat. Taking a breath here. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your chest up. Reaching the fist back. Exhale, bring the left shoulder inside of the left knee. Reaching the fist towards the ceiling. Taking a couple breaths here. Inhale, lift back up. Straightening that front foot. And adjust that back foot if you want. Inhaling, lift your chest up. Exhale, fold over. Again, you can release your hands towards the side for a little extra support or stability. In our pyramid pose, just holding at your waist. Now leaving your right palm on the floor. Inhale, lift that left arm up towards the ceiling for a slight twist. Doing a different stretch on the outside of that left leg. One breath here. Back to center. Give it that back foot so your feet are facing the same direction. Bend into that left knee. And lift up into our high lunges. Sorry, my center of gravity is a little off these days. My balance is not what it used to be. And so I'm doing a lot of modified poses. But we're in our high lunge. You're just going to bend that right knee down to the mat. Inhale, open cactus arms, lifting our chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. And flip your toes. Bend a little bit more into that left knee. Coming into our low lunge. And we're going to exhale, release our arms, straighten that left leg. Flex the left foot. Bend from the waist and fold over. Down that stretch of your left hand straight. Keeping your spine straight. Legs are square. And then that left knee again. Inhale our arms up, right back bend. Pushing that right hip forward, that left hip back. And release. Straighten that left leg again. Flexing that left foot. And inhaling back to our low lunge. Arms up, palms touch. Next exhale, bring that left hand to the back of the mat, the right hand to the front. Inhale, bring that left hand down to the right leg, reach that right arm up and over, looking up at your right fingertips or just the floor behind you. Another breath here. And back to center. Bending that right knee, grabbing onto that right ankle and just pulling it in a little bit closer towards your body. Taking a couple breaths here. And release. Back down. Slowly heel toe. That foot over to the left side of the mat. You can have that heel closer to your body if that feels good for you also. It doesn't have to be completely parallel with the top of the mat. Inhaling, lifting your chest up. Exhale. Slowly release yourself down. Pulling my left hip now release. And inhale, pushing yourself back up. Bending that back right knee. Grab onto the right foot. And hook it with your right elbow if you can. Pulling it in closer to your body. Step up and over. The slight back bend. From here, you can step back into your plank or your half plank like me. And coming over onto the left hand, coming to our left side plank, that right foot out, lifting the hips up, reach that right arm up and over. Touching the side body, bringing your oblique. One more breath. And exhale, coming back to center to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift up to our down dog. You see now how this down dog feels versus that first one we did at the beginning. Take a couple breaths here to center yourself, pushing the mat away, making sure your spine is straight, your hips are lifted. Inhale, reach that right leg up again. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Bring the back foot down at a 90-degree angle. It's parallel to the back of your mat. And inhale, windmill your arms open. to our warrior two. So our right knee is over the right ankle. The back foot is perpendicular and it's like parallel with the back of the mat. Looking over our right fingertip. Your breath here. And straightening that right leg. Pushing the hips out to the left. Bring your right fingertips down to the mat or the right palm. Or if you have a block, that is also helpful. And just because I need a little more space, I'm gonna grab my block real quick. Coming back into our triangle pose. So I'm gonna put my block there. On the lowest level, reach that left arm up. So block just allows you to have a little more space and reach all the way down. Or if you just, for me, it just crunches everything up right now. So I don't want to do that. Looking up at your left fingertip. And inhale, lift yourself back up. Bending into that right knee again into our warrior two. That left hand down the left leg, reach that right arm up in the reverse warrior. So still bending into that front right knee, reaching farther. Exhale. Inhale yourself back up. Bring that right hand down to the inside of the right foot or onto the right knee. Reach that left arm up and over for extended side angle. So hips are open, looking up at your left fingertip. And inhale, lift yourself back up. Straightening that right leg, turning your toes so they're facing the front of your mat. You can have your hands out to the side, your hands on your hips. Inhale your chest up. Exhale, fold forward. And just walk your hands towards the back of your mat, getting a nice wide-legged stretch. And back up. Pivot so your toes are pointing out, your heels are pointing in. And bending into those knees. Inhaling up into our goddess pose. When our knees over our ankles, our toes are pointing out. Inhale, opening our chest. Our arms are out at a 90-degree angle. Just taking a couple breaths here. Release your hands down. Just let your left shoulder hang down. Stretch in those legs and that shoulder. Now the right shoulder. Then release back up. We're going to turn our right foot so our toes are facing front. Leave our left foot so our left foot is facing the back of our mat. We're just going to bend into that left knee, coming into a warrior two on the other side. Looking over the left fingertip. And inhale, straighten that leg. And move my block over there. Pushing the hips out to the right this time. And the left hand down. Right arm up. Looking up at our right fingertip. So our hips are open, our chest is open up to the side. And inhale, lift yourself back up. Bending into that left knee. That right hand down the right leg. Inhale that left arm up and over. Our reverse warrior. Inhaling, lift back up. So bring the left hand down to your block or to the mat. Reaching that right arm up and over. Doing a nice line of energy flowing from the heel of your right foot to your right fingertip. And inhaling, lift back up, straightening that leg and turning your toes to face the same way as the mat. Interlace your hands behind your back and exhale as you fold forward. Bringing your fist towards the mat, stretching the shoulders and hamstrings, wide legged forward fold. And releasing your hands, heel toeing your feet in a little bit closer, so they're a little bit more than hip distance apart, but our toes are still pointed out, our heels are pointed in. We're going to bend down into our Malasana squat. So if you want, you can also use a block to support you underneath here. That feels better. Or just come down as far as you can. Bring your hands to heart center. Using your elbows to kind of push your hips open a little bit. Bring your breath here. Bring your left hand down to the opening up that left knee, reaching that right arm up, looking up at your right fingertip. And release. Now bring your right arm to the mat, reaching your left arm up, opening up that right hip a bit. Take a breath here. And release. And just bring your feet in a little bit closer. Your hands are on the mat. Slowly push yourself up into a standing forward fold. And turn to face the long legs of your mat. Shake your legs out if that feels good. And slowly inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, sit back into our chair pose. Taking a couple breaths here. And slowly lower down, all the way down onto the mat. And down to a seated position. So our feet, soles of our feet are flat on the mat. Slowly lower yourself all the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring your heels in a little bit closer to your butt. Arms are at your sides. And we're going to inhale and push your hips up, bringing your shoulder blades to touch, coming into our bridge pose. You don't want your knees to splay open. You want to keep them square with your hips. You want to interlace your hands. Taking another breath here. Inhaling. Exhaling. And release down. Bringing your knees into your chest. Rounding. In small circles. Massage the lower back a little bit. And release. And you can either come into a wheel pose, or I'm just going to do another bridge pose. So keeping your feet flat on the mat, your hands at your side, or you can interlace them underneath. Inhale, lift up. Keeping your chest open, just stretching from that lower spine. And release. Bring the knees into the chest again. Doing small circles. And release the feet back on the ground. Lift the left foot up and on top of the right knee. You can either lift your whole leg up and go just behind your knee like that, or you can leave it bent, sit straight, and just pull the knee in towards your chest a little bit, and stretching that left hip, outside of the left thigh. Release the leg down. Grab the outside of the left knee with your right hand. Slowly right. Your left hand out to the side, looking over your left fingertip. First, you line with the fist. Feel your body slowly start to release and relax. Feel any tension it's been building up. And that unconditional love for your body and yourself just flowing through you. And come back to center. Now bring that right foot on top of the left knee. Put your hands behind the left knee and pull it in closer towards your body. Place that leg down, grab the outside of the right knee, your left hand, and just pull it down towards the mat. Looking over your right fingertip. Center. And bringing both knees into your chest, grab the outside of both feet. Move to a happy baby. You need to rock back and forth. Comfort and stillness, whatever feels good for you. Release your legs down. Bring the soles of your feet together and are reclined to Uttanasana. Moving into our final resting pose. If this doesn't feel good for you, you can also just come into your regular Shavasana. Having one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Feel the flow of oxygen through your nose, go into your chest, belly, out your belly. All the stress and tension of the day melt away. Next, your breath. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana for as long as feels good for you. If you want to continue, just roll over onto your side. And slowly bring yourself back up. Come into a comfortable seated position. Taking a second to offer gratitude to your body for showing up for you today. And yourself for bringing yourself to the mat. Doing something good for your body, your mind, and your soul. Inhale, lifting your arms up. Exhale down to heart center. Thank you for joining me for today's practice. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got something out of it. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to reach out. I'm at Sam Cam Yoga. Otherwise, I hope you guys all have a really nice Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And I'll see you guys not next week, but the week after.